Marketing is the lifeblood of your business, and a lot of new investors don't know how to make leads come to them consistently, and that's really the only way you make money. So I kind of want to break down a couple strategies when it comes to bringing leads to you consistently so that you can make a lot of money. And first of all, if you're new to the channel, my name's Justin Yaron, and I have helped hundreds of people make money in real estate. So first of all, when it comes to generating leads, there are two main ways to generate leads. I'm going to call the first way the hunter strategy, and the second way the trapper strategy. So the difference between these two strategies of generating leads is with the hunter strategy, you're more so trying to go out there and get the leads yourself. So these are strategies such as cold calling, because you're actively hunting, you're actively going for these leads, these homeowners, trying to talk to them. There's texting, there's door knocking. What else is there? I think hopefully you kind of get the point by now, but it's basically the strategies where you're going out of your way to consistently take action to try to connect with homeowners. That's the hunter strategy. Now, the trapper strategy, these are things such as mailers, because you're sending out mailers, but you want them to reach out to you because they want to sell their house. These are like TV ads, commercials, because even though you're doing the effort and putting the work in to make the TV ads or the commercials, you're wanting the homeowners to reach out to you, to call you. And this is also something like social media. You can definitely get deals from social media, which is something that I didn't think for a long, long time, until I started making a lot of social media content and I started getting deals from it. And social media by now has made me well over $100,000 in just deals alone. So those are the different overarching general strategies, the hunter or the gatherer strategy. Now, there's benefits to both, but what I want to talk about really in this video is how you can make the leads come to you. So I'm specifically going to be talking mainly about the trapper strategy in this video, specifically social media. So one of my biggest deal sources or lead sources for deals has been social media. And it's actually something that I guess not a lot of real estate investors have. A lot of real estate investors, they solely focus on cold calling or the MLS or direct mail. Like this, they specifically are doing some type of marketing strategy that works for them, but they often neglect social media. And it's weird how it works, but if you want to make money as a real estate investor on social media, you have to be thinking of your target viewer and you have to be attracting a specific type of person. So for example, if you want to get deals specifically and you want to use social media to trap people to find leads, a lot of your content should be based towards helping the new wholesaler. Because if you're a real estate investor or house flipper, you're trying to buy these homes, the wholesalers have the homes. Now, all you got to do is find them and you have to attract them. So maybe a lot of your content will be revolving around how you help wholesalers or how much you can pay wholesalers, or maybe you can make a certain post where it's like, hey, I'll never count your pockets as a wholesaler. If the price works for me, works for me. Or if you have already done business, you can make a lot of videos targeting and saying stuff like, hey, I paid this wholesaler $30,000, didn't even care. I guarantee you if you make those kinds of videos, and especially if you're going to be talking about your market specifically of where you're located, you're going to get a lot of wholesalers reach out to you, be like, hey, I have deals. Are you an active buyer? And you're going to build relationships that way. So target your audience, and you have to really think about who you're trying to attract, and then just make the content around that. Now, as far as making the content, you can make content a lot of different ways. You can make video content, which is what I mainly do from these and my Instagram and TikTok. You can make text videos, which honestly they work, but they're not as efficient, or they're not as effective. You can make podcast style content, which actually does a really good job in getting, I guess, people to connect with you, because podcasts are typically longer form content. You might make an hour podcast either with a guest or yourself, by yourself. And typically the listener or the viewer, if you're recording the podcast, typically they'll develop a really strong connection with you. So you could make podcasts, you could make videos. I think video is king, to be honest, in terms of building relationships with people, because for whatever reason, and I kind of know the reason, but a lot of people, when I look at my DMs and all the people who are sending me deals or wanting to work with me as wholesalers, they have a lot of trust in me, especially even the people Like, for example, I'm getting a lot of DMs now, people who just want to lend me money. The complete strangers, just because they watch my content for a long time, and I've kind of built myself as somewhat of an authority, and they trust me a lot. So if you can do that with a specific type of avatar or an audience, like a wholesaler, you will get a lot of deals as long as you nurture those relationships. So just posting on social media will not be enough to get deals consistently. You definitely can get deals. You can get leads, you can be a trapper, but if you want to get consistent deals from social media, all the new relationships that you build from social media by attracting those wholesalers, you have to nurture the relationships, meaning you have to talk to them. Like, you have to help them out, maybe call them every single month, see how things are going, offer ways that you can help them in their business. And if you're new, it's okay. But imagine you meet a brand new wholesaler. Someone's new to the game. Even if you're new yourself, I'm sure you have a certain skill set you can offer. Maybe they don't know how to analyze deals properly. Maybe they don't know what list to target. Maybe they just need help with stuff. And maybe you have knowledge of specific things just from watching these videos. And you can just call them every single month, like, hey, like, how are things going? You got any more deals? And if not, you can kind of offer, just say, hey, like, anything I can help you with? Like, are you struggling with analyzing deals, or, do you need help comping properties? Like, I'm here to help if you need. Like, I'm here to help your business. And I've heard a lot of investors even offer to help pay for their marketing, so that whenever they get deals, they come to you first. And what I'm finding, because I'm focused so hard on developing these relationships with all these wholesalers that I connect with from social media, is that every time they get a deal, usually I'm the first person they come to, and they'll tell me that, and I'm like, cool. So they'll send me a deal. I'm like, hey, like, does this deal work for you? I'm only sending it to you first before I send it out to my buyers list. And you want to be in that specific position, because if you're in that position, you're in a very, very strong position to get a lot of deals. But like I said, even though social media is, I guess, a trapper's game where you're trying to get leads to come to you, it still takes a lot of work. You have to first set the trap by making all the content to attract them. And once you attract them, you have to build the relationship so that you can actually get deals from them, and they'll trust you enough to send deals to you. But that's overall the trapper method. Social media, honestly, it's so what is underrated? Yeah, it's so underrated. All these real estate investors, no one uses it, but I promise you, it will find you deals. And also, if you just need help in general to grow your real estate investing business or your wholesaling business, whatever it is, I want you to click on the link in the description below for a free strategy session. But otherwise, peace.